Hello everyone and welcome back with something new that is coming soon to this channel. It's Farming Simulator 19 and we're gonna view the maps, or we're gonna review the maps. That's maybe a better word. So with this map, it's the American map Ravenport, as you can see, and let's get rocking on! So in the first picture you see some cell phone tower or whatever, and there is a nice car. What else do we see? We see the mountains in the back. That's, I guess, just the background. And for the rest we see nice foliage and yeah, nice colors, I would say. Let's go further. What we see more, this is gonna be the town or some kind of suburb maybe. We see the American flag, so that's nice. We see some mailboxes, paper boxes, and on the right side it's some kind of factory, but yeah, I can't see what, but we'll see. Okay, in this view we see a field. It's a cornfield, and on the right side you see some more fields with two tractors. I'm guessing it's a case, I think, about the color. And they are not working because the front weight isn't on, and I don't think the cultivator and the seeder on the back isn't on either. So, but I think it's a view of the farm. I think, I don't know, I don't know for sure, but it looks like a small farm. So yeah, for the rest, on the left side you see a tree and it's detailed. Also the grass with the red flowers, it's very, very detailed. So it's a very nice color scheme. And also the shadows. If you look at the middle tree, the shadow onto the cornfield, it's pretty good. What we also see is in the sky, we see one bird. So they have brought some life into the maps. And yeah, the birds, well, it's a nice thing, I think, because it gives some real, life sense. Because everything is looking very great. And then it was completely lifeless in the previous farming simulators. So in here, I hope it's gonna be a good feature, with the birds, with bringing the birds in. If you see here in the back, there is a waterfall. So if I go further, you see the water coming down. This is a cotton field, so it's one of the other fields because we didn't saw it. In the left back, there is some kind of church or chapel in the Rocky Mountains. On the right side, you see some electric pole thingies. And for the rest, trees, shaders. So the grass in front, it's also a nice texture. The cotton is also nice. I mean, it's very detailed. For me, I like it. Let's go further on. So here we have a good overview of some of the fields. So they are rectangular and some are odd of shape. And on the left you see it's an odd shape, right is rectangular. And we see the American flag again, so I think there are gonna be a lot of American flags. They are very bright, and they are very bright. For the rest, we see a windmill in the middle on the rock, and in the slightly right side in the back, I think it's a water tower. And completely on the right side, it looks like some buildings. And I think in front of us, behind the American flag, it's gonna be the BGA. The new BGA. But that's everything that I see on this picture. And in the back, yeah, the mountains, they're just to border the map, I think, because they are not that as detailed as the rest. And I mean, it's their promotion movie, so it's gonna be the best normally. Let's go further. Let's see. Okay, here we see the train. We're gonna see him a lot more, I guess. Right, we see the lighthouse, and look at the details of the telephone post right in front of us. I mean, look at the cables. It's really, really, really nice. And on the left side, there is some kind of factory. We have our cotton field on the left. And the right side, we have, I don't know, barley maybe. But it looks pretty neat. The road is also looking pretty neat. Look at the grass texture. It looks that it's different from the first one we saw. Maybe due to the light that they are given different colors. It's possible. So you see the train and this. Oh, I am too late. We're gonna go back to here. And this is the chapel on the Rocky Mountain that I told before, but they are working, as you can see on the left side. So it's very realistic. Also, the pine trees look very nice, although I think it's pine. The grass is, or it is the camera view, or the grass is longer over here. I don't know, but you see the different colors, the different lighting. So yeah, it's definitely different. Here is some kind of scrapyard. I don't see what you can do over here, but in front of us we see the telephone pole, the electric pole. It's electric, not telephone. But the transformer, it's pretty detailed. I really like it. I really, really like it. We see a car on the right side, so it looks like there are different cars. In the back we see that chapel again. And that's gonna be it for this point of view. Here we see a nice ravine, or a small ravine with a bridge, and it's really realistic made, because see the poles on the side, they give some side protection, and yeah, it's really, really nice. Although the bridge isn't that safe as a look of this, but I'm betting it can take every tractor on it, so it's gonna be fine, believe me. This is a nice yard with that chapel. If you see on the right side, they are working on the roof, I think. And for the rest, is a nice inside garden with a nice dolphin sculpture. So yeah, it's looking pretty. It's a nice place to hang out or to come take a look. Yeah, they are working on the right side, because I see a ladder right behind the tree on the right side. So they're definitely working on this chapel or villa or whatever it is. We're gonna see if the map comes out. This is the lighthouse, and on the back we see a iron bridge. So I think it's gonna be for the train. So it looks pretty neat. And back the same, the details of the trees, shadows, light. I mean, it's a big difference with FS17. In this point of view, it's a really big difference. Over here we have the train again on top of a wooden bridge. On the right side we have the port, or the bay, I guess. And there's also a Lifeguard Tower, completely right. And on the right side in the middle there is a sandcastle. We're gonna see that in a second. And in the far back left side there is the windmill. And I think in front of here, just behind the train, it's a station. I guess it's a station. And on the other side of the bridge also. It's gonna be the port station maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's some speculations right now. Over here, I guess this is gonna be some of the buildings we can go in, because the door is open. It's a nice porch. It's made old. The texture is beautiful. I mean, it's not that new. It's realistic. It's really made realistic. Also, the TV antenna on top. It's really, really, really nice. Really nice. Over here you see the Lifeguard Tower. On the right side we see the boat, and look at the mirroring into the water from the boat. I mean, that's just beautiful. Also from the buoy on the right side, you see the mirroring. From the crane, the yellow one in the middle of the screen almost. See it in the water. It's rippling. It's really, really nice. It's really, yeah, good looking. On the left side, we have also some a net for playing volleyball. We also see some people running around on the beach. On the left side, you see there are people or one person. And we see the pier, yeah. What else do we see? We see the sky and we see the sand. Also look at the texture between the water, the wet sand and the dry sand. I think it made it pretty neat. They did a good job. They did a good job. Over here we see a car driving. I hope the AA is much better in 19, because in 17 they were just crappy drivers. What see we for the rest? We see some houses. I don't see much over here. The long grass also. In the left back we see that that pole with receivers for the GSM, for the telephones, mobiles. This is for the horses, so probably there are gonna be horses in the game, I guess, because otherwise this is just a waste of space. It could be a field. But anyway, this is a practice course for the horses, and on the right side we see the horse stables. So yeah, in the back the mountains with the trees. Again, in the front you can see the shaders of the fence. Also the textures of the ground. They made it pretty nice. This is a walking bridge. Also, this is made for when you're on foot, I guess, because it's a little bit too narrow for a tractor. Maybe if they put in a scooter. What do we see over here? It's a land road with some nice flags. So I think this is the way to... Yeah, I don't know. Because the horse practice field has the same flag. So maybe because they are pretty new and they are right in the view. But actually it's side road. Dirt. Side road. Oh, and in the back, in the middle in the back, I think it's the bridge for the peasant, where we were on earlier. This is the cement factory, so maybe it's buying stuff. It's gotta have to have a purpose. Whoa, that was hard to say. So. Short way, we're gonna need it in FS19. But they did a nice job. Also here, a nice picture of a home with the outside. And I am looking, also look at the texture in the front, above, from the tree in front of us. On the left side, we have some chairs with a table. And is that a cutting saw for the hedge? A hedge trimmer on the table? It looks that way. I don't know, maybe they have a hedge trimmer. I don't know. We'll see. Here we have a nice view of the birds on the field. They made that they gonna make your crops a disaster. So yeah, it's a nice feature in FS19. I mean it made it really realistic, and if you drive by or drive over and you see they fly up. Some sort of stuff like that. Well, it's really realistic, so it's a nice feature. I like it. I like it very much. It brings life to the map. It does everything that it has to do. I mean, yeah, not just cars, but also wildlife. It's beautiful. And on the left side in the back, it's some kind of tower. So I think it's a church thingy or a small castle, because I see the walls around it. I don't know. We're gonna have to watch when the map is out, probably. Here we have some telephone booths. That's really old. I mean, everybody has now a cell phone. So it's not from 2019. I don't know how it is in America. I'm from Europe, but I think if you find telephone booths over there, I don't think so. But anyway, we see some kind of restaurant or something, but it's not gonna be useful. It's just a little bit sightseeing. The roads are also nice. We have some building boards on the left side, you see. So it's made really realistic. Here is the train again over the wooden bridge. What see we for the rest? We see the nice rock formation. On the right side in the back you see also some kind of bridge. It's gonna be for the train also. In the back we see again some fields. With completely in the back, I think it's a storage for grain or maybe for the train. I don't know if the train comes by it. That's gonna be it for this. It's a nice ravine. I don't know what it is on the left side, that gray stuff. That gray stuff. It looks like... I don't know what that is. But anyway, let's go on. Over here we see that big pole, that mast. In the back we see the BGA again and the fields. And there are two harvesters driving. I think it's the John Deere. That's also new in the game. That's pretty much everything that I see. This is gonna be the village. And we see a tire center on the left. On the right, something to eat because I see a lot of tables. See the textures with the small poles beside the road. For the rest, I don't see much. But we go further on because there's not much to see in this view. Here we see the train again driving across a bridge. So there's gonna be a lot of bridges. Also the water, look at the foliage in the water. It's pretty neat. And that's here we have a nice view of the new lightning into the game. If you see, right in the center of your screen, you see the water, the reflection of the sun in the water. I'm betting the sunsets is gonna be pretty nice on this map. If it is all like this, I mean, it's really good. As you can see in front, on the bottom, all the plants and stuff, the lilies, it's made pretty nice. This is the barn for the horses, but the horses aren't in. But this is a view of the barn. This is a view from in the city on top of a building. I think it's gonna be some kind of suburb or something where they have fun on top of the buildings. But yeah, it looks, like I said, really realistic. You see an echo on the left side against the wall, television antennas. I mean, also the buildings, they look really nice. It's really nice. Over here it's back at the lighthouse, and there's some kind of sculpture from a big whale or something that is stranded on the beach, I think, some years ago. And they made a sculpture of it. Here is the sandcastle that I talked about earlier. In the back we have the train crossing again. I said the train came a lot, so this is what I mean. The train is a lot in the view. In the backside, it's some kind of sewage, maybe the water of the mountains that come out, I don't know. And in front we have water, also the wet, dry, and water sand. You see the lines nicely. I think, on the right side, but it is out of view, you're gonna have that watchguard tower. So actually, this is at the beach. This is gonna be in the Rocky Mountains. You can do some forestry maybe here, but it's a walkway normally. But I guess you can do some forestry here because you see the nice pine trees and look at the texture at their pines. It's really nice. Also the light coming through, I think it's perfect. It's done really good. Yeah. You guys can fill it in maybe, I don't know. some kind of yeah, quite a big building. It's not gonna be the farm because there are normal cars on it, but I think it's something to for sightseeing or something. I don't know. This is also gonna be some kind of a factory, maybe. I see a small piece of grass on the right side. It looks like a barn if I look through the window. Mostly in the center, and on the right side we have a big gate, so it's gonna be a barn maybe. But the normal cars, yeah, pigs, sheep. Who knows? We're gonna see if the map comes out. Over here we have probably in the center the store for the vehicles. I mean, it's a big parking lot, a lot of flags, and I see some light bulbs. It could be the store for the equipment. In front we have again the train. Look at the shaders of that palm tree in front of us. Also, they noticed they did a lot of work for the signs beside the streets. If you see on the right side corner under, there is a car and falling rocks. So I guess you come across a big wall. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this view, I guess. And completely in the back, it's some kind of factory. Maybe that's a cement factory. It could be that. Cornfield and some nice trees in the back. There is barley or something like that. But you can see the mountains behind. That's just the border of the map. But yeah, it brings out the map itself. So I don't know if in one view I like it, in the other view I think it could be better. I'm just honest. But the Gorn is looking great. This is the waterfall with a nice cabin on top. And yeah, it's a lot. They put a lot of work in sightseeing and stuff like that. I mean, it's not completely flat and lifeless and yeah, whatever. There's life into the map. Also the waterfall that brings life. This is gonna be a piece of the farm. Some sheds on the right side. Left side is also a shed, I guess. You see that red tractor from in the second view we had. So I think it's it looks like a case because it's that red. So I keep it with a case. There is some debris on the yard of the farm, so that makes it realistic. This is a view of a road with a bridge. That's the first one I see. The train I see a lot. And in the distance, of course, the fields. So yeah, they are. I think it's a good mix between small and big fields. I really like that small canyon, call it whatever you want. I like that also into the map. This is on the pier with the housings around, the nice lights on the side, the benches, also the safe buoys. They are pretty neat, I guess. And yeah, you see also on the left back, you see some strand seats and umbrellas. On the right side, you see a steep hill with a road, or it's a road that goes steep up. Yeah, some kind of factory in the back, I guess. But what kind? I can't tell. Maybe the port. Here is the famous bull or cow. It's not a bull, it's a cow. I see it now. So this is gonna be where you get your livestock. It's a good entry and X. That's nice. Okay, this is a view from the train, I guess. You see the pier on the left side. You see in the water the buoys, also the reflection. Behind the pier you see the boat and the reflection in the water. Even from this distance you see a nice reflection in the water. So also the white around the pier from the waves. And yeah, right in the center you see probably a storage. So that's going to be the port storage where you can sell your goods from the train, probably. So let's get further on. Over here it's some landscaping. Nothing more to say, a lot of details. Take it all up, all the details. Over here is again the pier with on the right side the grain, the housing on the pier. In front of us all the boxes, paper boxes and stuff like that. Also again a telephone booth, as you can see. And a rock in the water, also the mirroring in the water, it's pretty nice. In the right corner we see a peasant, so there is definitely life. I hope also on the pier that there is more peasants on, like here. I mean, this is nice. I hope there's gonna be a lot. There's also on the left side a small fisher's boat, so I guess it's a fisher boat. And you see the AI, I hope they are better. I mean the cars by this. This is the Lifeguard Tower with a shipwreck on the rock in front of us. In the back there is that fisher's boat, I guess. And yeah, it's looking pretty neat. Also look at the lights into the wet sand. I mean, it's realistic, guys. You have to admit, it's just realistic. This is a nice small mountain house, and nothing more to say, only the details of the road that I can see, and the lights are on in this view, so it's almost evening. Also now you can see on the left side with that light how it lights up the floor, so that's also pretty neat. We have the water tower on the right side and some houses with the lights on. Also in the houses there is light now. If you see on the right side, the windows, they light up. So it means that the houses they live in the houses. So that's, I don't know if that was in 17. I really don't know. This is the coffee shop. We already saw it, where I was explaining the telephone booths. And for the rest, I see nothing. This is again a field and it's the sunset. Also the clouds, and we are at the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it, and I would say see you in the next video, and this is gonna be in my future channel. Definitely. The only thing I have to say, guys, have a nice day and bye.